You sound like a caricature. You sound like a joke. You sound like a bad joke. Stop this yapping. Stop the yapping. File something. And you're encrypting a green text? Are we serious here, dude? No, wait. Give him that one. That went hard. No.
Good luck with however that turns out for you. When I was looking through this...
No, that went hard. So many of you may know of a YouTuber named Flesh Simulator. He's become very popular in the last year or so, especially over the Epstein scandal. He's sort of a conspiracy guy. There's a lot of videos on the Epstein topic, on adjacent topics. And you would get a lot of people, a lot of very dumb people, recommend his videos on those topics to streamers like myself as a source of information. Because they're very stupid and they fall for goy bait. It was very frustrating at the time because while I thought his videos were bad, they weren't so bad that you could immediately make someone hate him. Now, thankfully, due to his own terrible decision making, that has changed. That has very quickly changed. So the other day, Flesh Simulator uploads a video called the Izzat Nuke. Now, Izzat is a South Asian concept that has gained prominence online to essentially describe an honor system in South Asia where they if your honor is slighted, you lose Izzat. If you do something to get one over on someone else, you gain Izzat. And so basically it's used online to cast doubt, aspersions on all South Asians, mainly Indians, because there's a nice, comfortable hate wave around those ethnic groups online in the last couple of years. So they come up much like the idea of taqiyya in Islam, the idea that Muslims can lie to try and win over against other religions and lie about how much of a Muslim they are. Much like the idea of many ideas people talk about the Talmud with Jews. It's just yet another trope that is spun up to try and cast doubt upon individuals of a certain background. It's the lamest, most transparent, just frankly, let's just say it, guys. I hate using the word. I hate being that guy. You know me. I hate using the isms. It's racist. It's just a lame racist thing to do. I understand people go, oh, how could it be racist? It's just, Izzat's a real thing. Look at this Wikipedia page or some stupid. But obviously the point is that you were using it to cast broad aspersions upon an entire group for the deliberate purpose of poisoning people's perception of that group. Obviously what's happening. You'd have to be to not see that. Fortunately, many of Flesh Simulator's fans are retarded, so he does get away with it a little bit. But many of them aren't. Many of them aren't. A shocking number, I will say, of them aren't. And he's got a lot of backlash over this. To the point where now, guys, there's been a development since this Izzat video, which we're going to take a look at some of. You'll notice on his channel, there's now only one video posted 1 day ago because he deleted and privated all of his the other day because he was totally spazzing out. Because, oh, my epic conspiracy guy who's owning the leftists is deleting all of his videos for some reason. Interesting. Very curious. Very curious. So let's take a look. What's going on here? What was going on to start off with in the Izzat Nuke, the first video here? Let's see.
Hello. My name is Thomas Gant. Yep, actually, that's my real name. Not actually Flesh Simulator. Now, you might look at me standing in front of you right here and have some questions. Namely, why are you telling us your name? Don't you want to keep that private? Well, I sure would have loved to do that. But unfortunately, a very, very unlucky individual went on a doxing campaign against me after he tried to intimidate me, after being given by name, presumably by someone who knew me. To begin in media res, I was thrust into a position of either getting to show mercy against someone being irritating or vaporizing him instantly. I, of course, chose mercy. The problem, however, arose upon the display of a personality trait that will be of great relevance to the latter.
So immediately, if you're going to do gay, overwrought villain monologues, no matter how self-aware you think you're being, you better have something good to back it up, okay? You better have something really good, really impactful, and you better have really fucked with this person. Let's see.
For half of this video. The trait in question is mistaking mercy for weakness. You see, what was originally a conscious decision on my part to spare a mentally defective...
And here's the thing, man. People call this guy a schizo almost in like in an endearing way, in like an affectionate way. No, this guy's schizo in like a really lame and like brokey coded low IQ way. Like in a disabled and has pressured speech way. Not in a like, well, he's got so many wacky ideas. It's like, wow, this guy seems like borderline retarded.
Class fetal alcohol syndrome, 27-year-old Maoist man-child from massive scale social humiliation, instead of just vaporizing him on the spot, was immediately repaid with actionable threats towards my family and countless Class 1 misdemeanors in the state of Virginia. You see, this is because he misunderstood the fact that I didn't to mean that I couldn't. And he thought, oh shit, if he can't do it, then I'm gonna go after him. Now, going after my family is something for which mere obliteration will no longer suffice. While I could have squashed Noah like a bug there and then, I instead chose to act like a wounded antelope to draw out the vultures. And now it's time to begin to tear the wings off of them. This conflict has had some absolutely nasty blowback for Noah, completely exposing him in all of his, glory to the world. But the reason he persisted here is not that he really thought he could win, but rather that I think he was willing to martyr himself if it meant making it a Pyrrhic victory for me. He clearly has no sense of self or self-esteem, and as a result, the attacks on him are immaterial because what he sustains himself with are ideals. Right? His leftist political views and social connections, his Maoist economic theory.
Yeah, dude, for real, Momo Max would have killed this. Dude, imagine how hard this video would go if Momo Max made it. It would be literally, it'd be hitting so much harder right now, bro.
I called my shot 3 days ago. I said that I was going to old boy you. Not like in the literal sense, I'm not making you commit incest, but in the abstract sense. I wanted to find a way to make you damage the only thing that you valued. I made certain that your senpai, Hisan...
Okay, so he's gonna old boy this guy, right? So guys, spoilers for Old Boy. If you have any intention of watching Old Boy and haven't seen it somehow after all these years, looking at Sleepy, looking at the YouTuber Sleepy, who is a man in like his mid-fucking-20s who has not seen Old Boy, looking at the YouTuber at Sleepy, when I say this, stop listening to the stream here. So in Old Boy, at the end of Old Boy, he tricks the main character. The villain tricks the main character, has tricked the main character into the whole movie. He's been with this girl. And it turns out that was his daughter the whole time. The daughter that he was kidnapped and couldn't raise. So he's been like hitting his daughter the whole time. And this is revealed to him. And it's obviously a completely crushing moment, traumatizing moment. Which obviously is totally unrealistic because most Asian men, which is obviously a completely crushing moment in the movie for the main character. And then he like has to cut his own tongue out or some shit, right? I can't remember exactly how it goes down. He has to cut his own tongue out or some shit. And yeah, absolutely destroying. So we're looking for total devastation. This guy's absolute core being. Absolute core being. I fucking hate this guy. See, like, it was too easy. It was too easy.
On's Twitch mod, King of Grill Pilled, a lovely Twitter community with the sole purpose of doxing and harassing people who aren't left-wing enough. Frequent collaborator of Microm PA. The 300-pound, formerly alt-right, e-girl sex blackmailer Jake Chinatown. It made sure he was aware of this drama. I made sure that you could take the lead early. I kept making increasingly empty threats while sitting on a bigger and bigger pile of your information. Now, why did I do this? Well, because I wanted to demonstrate to the broader world what this specific little clique of communist homosexuals that you belong to do when they think they see someone who is vulnerable and who cannot fight back.
Yeah, so bad start when you're old boying involves Hassan Piker. That is a really bad start, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever you're gonna do here is not gonna be emotionally devastating enough to justify being referred to as an old boy.
And boy, oh boy, did you all deliver in spades. Why? What did I say earlier? Because they mistook mercy for weakness. These are people who intuitively cannot comprehend the idea of seeing someone who ostensibly used to be more powerful than they were, who's now vulnerable and helpless, and not ruthlessly tearing them apart. Not so big now, huh? Here's the problem. Just because I wasn't going hard as hell full power using every low blow possible, that doesn't mean I wasn't able to. I have had everything on you this entire time. Let me put it this way. You know your old high school Twitter account, right? The one that you changed the name of the other night and then now deleted. That's the one that
okay,
you
so yeah, he doxes this guy,
email.
basically.
Oh, yeah. I'm green screened into your childhood home right now.
So this is the only good part. This is the only good part of the video. And this bit, you could do this bit without all the other embarrassing shit around it. But this is the only funny part of the video. So if you're going to dox someone, yeah, okay, this is how you dox them. I'm green screened into your childhood home right now. Sure, funny. Well, I'll laugh. I'll laugh. Begrudgingly, I'll laugh. But holy fuck, it is just drowned in this absolute dog shit, bro. Like, it does not land, but it's drowned in this absolute shit.
I'm green screened into your childhood home right now. That's why it looks familiar. You picked a fight with me that I repeatedly warned you that you were not going to be able to
And
win.
guys, first of all, if that was the old boy, that wouldn't be old boying. That's not devastating enough to be old boying. That really is not. But that's not the old boy. What is? Let's hear it.
I asked you a bunch of questions about your OPSEC hygiene. You thought you were going to own me with that copy pasta you kept trying to make into a meme. The copy pasta, for the record, described exactly how I found you. I made the mistake of giving you a half measure, showed you mercy. You bet me that I couldn't figure out who you were repeatedly, and I refused. You went around telling people, see, look, he can't actually do it, guys. Like, he doesn't know how to. The correct response here would have been to immediately just air you out in full. But instead, I just posted this.
Russian name. So, okay, we're going to skip some of this because this is just like retarded taunting on Twitter that he's just recounting. So, where's the where's the old boy? Where's the old boy?
You know that. We all do. It keeps happening to people. The bigger question, though, is how. And a lot of people act like it's really because they stayed the same and the left simply got more radical. In my opinion, however, this isn't really quite what's happening. It has more to do with people's changing understandings of group cohesion. Right? So it's kind of a basic principle of pop psychology, you know, a phenomenon that's pretty self-evidently a thing, but is remarkably hard to empirically prove, you know, freakonomics, whatever, that most common lines of attack towards an outgroup typically are more applicable to the in-group. So whether this is due to subconscious projection or some sort of fast inverse square evil floating point bit hack, the part reveals the whole.
I hate the way he's talking. It's so performative. It's a little performative, but I think also it is just because he's a bit disabled. He has like something wrong with him. He has either a mental illness or a mental disability. And he has like a sort of a form of pressured speech.
Type of recursive reveal of their own worldview remains to be seen, but it isn't really relevant to the point of this. So in other words, the right wing smears the left as oversensitive, moralizing, scared pussies. The left wing smears the right as these stupid, brutish liars with no ability to understand the perspectives of others who don't care if they make the world worse as long as they get what they want. We can see why this is fun. Now, while I'll leave the obvious self-report from the right for a different video, the bit I want to dig into more is specifically the implication coming from the left's constant accusations of the other side lying. See, genuinely they cannot conceive of a group of people not treating the truth as malleable.
So
now,
he basically just bangs on here about like...
This is by necessity.
Oh, the left don't want you to ask questions.
Fairly so with the goal solution is to press like what realities?
Where is it?
A good sort of heuristic for this is if you ask ChatGPT and it freaks out and lectures you and won't give you a clear answer, you're probably on the right track. Now, if I must get explicit with it, you know, the sexual abuse rates of children by homosexual men. Anything regarding race and IQ. Asking why so frequently gay couples only adopt boys. The fact that in the city of Washington, D.C., 97% of homicides are committed by black people. Questioning the motives of the trans community. Love bombing 14-year-old autists and trying to get them on HRT as soon as possible to make them hot. The widespread Somali fraud. Crime rates of African immigrants. Muslim refugee rape rates. UK rape gangs. Affirmative action in DI.
Like, it's just every retarded right-wing talking point that, like, gets addressed ad nauseum. Like, literally, these are the most talked about topics online in political discussion, period. And he's like, no one talks about this.
Practices leading to incompetence. The fact that the two-spirit identity was created in 1990 by a homosexual white pedophile, not an indigenous American. You get the point. These are all concrete real things.
Like, nobody talks about two-spirit, period. Nobody talks about fucking two-spirit identity, period. You are living in 2014 Tumblr, my friend.
They're factually, objectively real things. But most of these are also things.
So, okay, let's run this back. So we missed the old boy. So here's the old boy, guys. Here's the old boy.
Whatever, that's out there. You started posting pictures of my family members that you pulled off of their Facebook pages. That's an issue. You threatened to send them a love letter. Let me quote Blue Velvet back at you, Noah. You were fucked forever. I couldn't just lash out back at you. You're immune to shame. The only way to destroy you was to get you to damage the only thing that you cared about. I told you I was going to old boy you, Noah. No tears. I have built a monument to your failures. It is the website in the description of this video. Allow me to explain the premise. It's just a simple click-through counter. If this video made you like Hassan and his orbiters and this general community less than you did before, click the link. It will subtract one.
So guys, this is old boying someone apparently. Making a website where people can click on it and say, I don't like your favorite streamer anymore. I don't like your favorite streamer.
From Hassan Piker. And it will let everyone know who did it. As this number increases, you get to see in real time the number of people that you have turned away from your own movement. And now, I don't need to do the green screen thing anymore, so I'm gonna go wash all this fucking shit off my face. Okay, whew, that feels much better.
So that's old boying someone, guys. That was supposed to be total annihilation. Okay? Total annihilation of this stupid commie. You got him, Flesh. You got him, bro. You killed it. And he's just like crashing the fuck out on Twitter all day, every day, dude. All he had to do was post about weird camera film tricks and how Gilla Band is the best band of the decade, but you say you got all chudded up, sad. Damn, if only I tried doing exactly that initially until you fucking insane parasocial leftist losers came after me anyways. You people called me a fascist for saying that people were getting too upset about Sweet Baby Inc. instead of BlackRock, who they were using an ESG consultant for, because I didn't say Sweet Baby Inc. was good, actually. There's zero winning with you people, and now I want to prevent you from voting. It's a caricature. It's literally the caricature a lefty would paint of the retarded right-winger who pretends they've left the left. It's a fucking caricature. You said I was a fascist for my video game take. Now I want your voting rights taken away. You sound like a fucking caricature. You sound like a joke. You sound like a bad joke, dude. You legit are such a fucking cow. It's crazy. And Nerd City's going around saying, oh, this guy really needs some fair treatment from lefties right now. Bro, the fair treatment is... I'll stop right there. So let's look. Let's see this latest video. So, how to reveal an enemy. Lawsuit Monogatari Go. Alright. This is the only video on this channel now, guys. So only video on this channel. Let's see.
Well, this was originally going to be a lot more satisfying of a video. But the problem with long, risky, complex, complicated plans is that occasionally a bystander will feel the need to get involved and try to derail your plan, and also try to ruin your career and defame you, in the hopes of making a name for himself. And you are forced to initiate legal proceedings, and then your lawyer makes you redact about 75% of the video that you made to explain what the fuck is going on. Not in the Fifth Amendment sense, but in the, you know...
Like, dude.
Oh, yeah, no, don't spoil this lawsuit.
As a lawyer,
on this
yeah?
sense.
Cool, man. Cool, man. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sick of it, dude. I'm so sick. I'm so just, like, tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of the lawsuit threats. Just fucking file something. Just fucking file something. Stop this yapping. Stop the yapping. File something. I hate the threats. I hate the yapping. File your fucking lawsuit.
Now, with that out of the way, let's see what is still available. Hi guys. Last video sure was weird, huh? Well, amidst the drama of the week, you may have forgotten about a little encrypted text file that I posted on Twitter. And now, before I get into what's in that, let's, for legal reasons, go over the chronology of this entire ridiculous ordeal. As this is going on, a mystery benefactor, says they have... this will be important later. He then
Great
immediately... This is a crime, for the record. Torturing a monkey. Now, this is the context in which we start. This is not a optimal situation.
So, I mean, I'll just sort of, you know, I'm just going to try and fill in the gaps a little bit for you guys there, because obviously you didn't watch all the last video this time around, but I know sort of roughly what he's indicating here. So this guy that he doxed, this Hassan fan or whatever that was on Twitter talking shit, potentially doxing his family apparently, making threats, he claims, had on his letterboxed profile what appeared to be a still from a monkey torture video. Now, it had like a speech bubble. It was like a meme. So it wasn't clear whether he had gotten this from some other place. I think some people said they'd seen it on Instagram before. Whether he got it from some other place and just said it as his profile picture, or if it was actually like from a monkey torture video and he's actually into monkey torture videos or something. Guess he's claiming in this video that he's had to redact that this guy actually is into monkey torture videos. Also talking about crimes. I assume that's about the threats or something. So that's some of the background info that might help interpret what's going on there.
The issue that I have here, in addition to the obvious, you know, not wanting to... Who is the group that has been... That sure is odd. It's not just an individual, it's apparently a group. So, what's the plan?
It's been gang stalked, guys.
The plan is the parlay. Now, something to remember is that people always wind up getting sloppy and make mistakes when they think they're winning. The way to do this is the parlay, as I call it. Remember the encrypted text file that I uploaded? Well, this is basically a point-by-point prediction from several days in the past of how this thing was going to play out, all right? Now, because this is a very strange and high-risk and complicated and convoluted plan...
You were playing checkers, I was playing chess. Give it a fucking rest, dude, seriously.
I needed a way to, in the future, you have sort of a time-stamped way to go back and prove to people that, no, I do, in fact, know what I was doing. So what do? I upload an encrypted zip file to Twitter. It contains the text file you will be reading shortly.
Yep. Take a potato chip to eat it. How can a king expect his subjects to follow if he doesn't lead, etc., etc.? You know. Every anime monologue you can possibly think of, just fucking throw it in there.
I go on Squarespace and I buy the domain live for reasons that we'll get to later. Now, if you're following along at home so far, and you want to go download that, the password is...
I'm in pain. I'm genuinely in pain. This is putting me
lowercase,
through.
No spaces. Let's go through my predictions of how this whole debacle would play out. Uploaded days and days ago. Check. Lie and say... I didn't. I just wanted to lie and say...
Talk like Sephiroth. Post like Sephiroth. Who the fuck do you think you are, bro? You just done 2 fucking videos of your fucking Death Note roleplay, dude. Be fucking serious. I don't want to see you say, oh, you're going to talk like Sephiroth. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. And you're encrypting a green text? Are we serious here, dude? My encrypted text file, it's a fucking green text, bro. You put up a fucking green text on Twitter and you're my encrypted text file. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I didn't. I just wanted to, you know, get this out there. Hassan fanboys pile on and start doxing me even more once they see that I'm not fighting back and just lolcowing out. They think that they're safe.
Dude, actually, no way. No. Lolcowing out was all part of my plan. Lolcowing out? I was just pretending to be retarded. I was just pretending to be retarded. You fell right into my trap. You thought I was behaving like a totally deranged spastic on the internet. I was simply pretending. I'm not actually a totally deranged spastic. I just behaved like that for 3 whole weeks. I made everyone think I'm exactly like that, and still acting like that until right now. Even in the video where I'm saying it was part of my plan. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck this guy, man. And fuck Nerd City too. Fuck Nerd City for pretending there was anything fucking here, dude. Seriously, I don't even hate Nerd City. I don't hate Nerd City at all. But those fucking chat messages triggered the fuck out of me, bro. Holy shit. I could not believe it. This is so retarded.
Proceed to lol cow out. Stop posting to make them think they bullied me off of Twitter. Next, this is the fun part. Paint myself red for the Izot nuke video. Now, a big clue here probably should have been the fact that this is a video I made ostensibly going after Hassan Piker, named after the infamously ineffective content nuke video about Hassan Piker. But I guess subtlety is a lost art these days. Next.
Actually, I was parodying Ethan's terrible nuke video by making my own terrible nuke video. Have you thought about this? Have you said this? I won. No, I won, actually. Okay, bro.
Release video sharing 1% at most of I created the Izot score website at... You can check that anytime. Now here's the part where it starts getting fun. Saying how they're not mad, blah, 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 blah. No one seems to appreciate the artistry with which I was... Fortune favors the bold, but it doesn't favor the subtle. More hardcore and more influential.
They're just like coping that no one gets his jokes or something.
Reacting to or making fun of a video that's actually 80% just like straight up far right propaganda. Also, by the way, yes, that's what it was. That's why so many of you were like, you know, something about the last 4/5 of this video seem weird. Yeah, it's a far right propaganda piece dead set on destroying left-wing solidarity. Idiot. You know, man, what a weird gay
But your audience hate that. You presented yourself as like a centrist, bro. Your audience don't want a far-right propaganda video. What the fuck are you saying, dude? This is why you're embarrassing yourself.
Lol, you just made a downvote website and try to meme it into the common consciousness. It did get into the common consciousness. Next, Asmongold sees Hassan crashing out and getting mad at the Izot score and seizes on it. I really was expecting this to happen. Sadly, however, it did not.
I was expecting Asmongold to come in and save me. Asmongold just gonna come in and help me.
This is the part that's really funny. So Jake Chinatown on Twitter is dead now, but his last post before he got sent to the glue factory upstate was this. And finally, Hassan gets A-logged about his Izot and employing an ex-alt-right sex creep by Asmon's and H3H3's fans until he melts down and tries to threaten me covered in red paint or fake blood himself. And then... Now, unfortunately, I did not hit the last two legs of this parlay. I was banking on Asmongold, seeing the insane pointlessness of the Izot counter, and realizing he could drive Hassan to actual madness if he just kept treating it like it was making an actual point. So, unfortunately, we don't get to clip Hassan melting down on stream over, like, you know, guys, it's not even accurately calculating my Izot. Which is a bummer. Granted, he did immediately personally permaban me from his stream because I joined and subscribed under the name 303,000 Lost Izot. So, suffice to say, he is at least aware. Now, while it would have been amazing to get to end this whole saga with, you know,
so he just said, so I gave Hassan $5. Okay, bro.
Major idol hate you. Something more interesting and unexpected happened. Racial slurs, harassment, and defamation suit. However, bring a bomb onto a... while impersonating...
Okay.
Good luck with however that turns out for you. When I was looking through the small handful of accounts, this
wait, no, that went hard.
Follow.
No, wait, give him that one. That went hard. No.
Good luck with however that turns out for you. When I was looking through this...
No, that went hard. And then cut. Good luck with that.
Small handful of accounts, this account followed, I noticed a familiar name. C. elegans, or at the elegant worm. Why is this significant? Well, do you remember Jay from the whole Liquid J affair? Remember how for a while I was convinced there was a group of like 4 or 5 communist conspiracy theory accounts who were all friends who kind of all like started harassing me in an organized manner out of bitterness that serial killing for fun and profit got a lot of attention? Well, well, well. You know who was one of Jay's closest friends in that circle? Apart from Glenn the Golden, who was originally going to be in Fun and Profit.
I've got no idea what you're
and
talking about, actually.
Just because the segment he submitted was about Jeffrey Epstein and not about anyone in that thing. None other than C. elegans. C. elegans, also, and related subsidiaries. Now, let's look back. We've collected info on 3 generations of his family. We? Now, I had this C. elegans guy blocked and was just ignoring him since all he did really was bitch about me, and I thought that...
The thing is, stuff like that's funny, but it's like, it's just not even impressive. It's like, yes, I'm sorry, but like doxing is like, unfortunately, very easy these days. Like, most people have enough shit out there that, yeah, you can figure out 3 generations of their fucking family. It's just a waste of your time. It's just like a total waste of your time. It's like kind of funny for throwaway gags in a video where you're just like doxing people, I guess. But who cares? It's not, you're claiming you're like old boying these people. This is not like devastating. You're still just being a whiny, like spiraling bitch.
That would be the extent of it. As a result, I did not see that he'd been weighing in on this since the beginning. I also didn't see this post. Guess he couldn't dox me. Okay, here's a question for the audience. Given everything that's happened, do you think that is a good idea to say, or do you think that is a bad idea to say?
Okay.
Really, really bad? Really, really bad.
Right. Oh my god.
Anyways, about 6 minutes later, after seeing this post and beginning to look through your public records, I noticed a couple of funny coincidences. You're also... You went to... And... Uh-oh. Oh, that can't be good. You work for... And you post stuff about how you want Iran to sink an aircraft carrier? Remember how, like, up until, like, last year, Twitter would return the email address attached to an account if you pinged it through the API? And how you started, like, coming after me more than a year ago? Mr. First Initial, uncommonly spelled last name, thebold@gmail.com. We wish him well. And finally, we now have the Flesh Simulator morale patches in stock at Crushiki.com. Or shortly. And because of how goddamn annoying this past week has been, and also because fuck you, I'm donating 50% of the proceeds to the John Birch Society, because communists are not people, and McCarthy did not go far enough.
Wow, hard, bro.
I'm playing the song again.
That's just so embarrassing, bro. What an embarrassing video, dude. Yeah, I guess fetal alcohol syndrome lefties on Twitter won. Unfortunately.